The world was never designed to be fair. No matter how honest you are, betrayal will eventually find you. No matter how competent you become, someone less capable will step into the position you deserved. Those who refuse to see this reality remain victims. Those who accept it learn how to survive. And those who master survival quietly begin to dominate. There is a form of power that cannot be seen, only felt. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't seek approval. It doesn't argue. This is dark intelligence. Dark intelligence is forged through betrayal, humiliation, and loss. Where most people collapse under that weight, a few convert it into awareness. They observe instead of reacting. They listen instead of speaking. They wait instead of rushing. While others waste energy on arguments, you collect information. While they vent emotions, you calculate probabilities. While they drown in feelings, you design outcomes. Most people are playing checkers, driven by impulse. But you are learning the mechanics of chess. Today, you will learn the 8 psychological traits that separate survivors from victims, leaders from followers, and operators from spectators. Before continuing, internalize this statement. I choose strategic intelligence over emotional reaction. Now let's begin. 1. Calculated opacity. You are never completely transparent. You only reveal what is necessary, when necessary. When people lack complete information, they create stories to fill the gaps. Those stories shape their behavior, and behavior creates influence. Machiavellian observed that everyone sees your outward appearance, but very few truly reach your real self. Pay attention to the most captivating people you've ever met. They don't over-explain. They leave gaps in their stories. They answer indirectly. They let silence do its job. This isn't deception. This is controlled disclosure. Most people treat questions as an obligation. They share too many motives, fears, and plans, believing that transparency equates to trust. In reality, it undermines power. Mystery creates attraction. Curiosity creates attention. Attention develops into respect. Respect creates influence. If someone asks about your plans, a predictable answer will make you seem bland. A discreet answer will make you memorable. This doesn't mean keeping everything a secret. It requires selectivity. Your information is a currency. Using it indiscriminately will devalue it. Keep it safe, and every word carries weight. The objective is control over your narrative, not theatrics. 2. Adaptive persona. You are not the same version of yourself with everyone, and you shouldn't be. You already adapt instinctively. You don't speak to authority figures the same way you speak to close friends. You don't behave in negotiations the way you behave socially. Adaptive persona simply makes this deliberate. Every person operates on different psychological channels. Some process data. Some process emotion. Some respond to practicality. Some to vision. Using one communication style with everyone is inefficient. Effective individuals study the person in front of them and adjust delivery, not values. Think of water. It conforms to its container without losing its nature. You do the same. Your principles remain intact. Your presentation shifts. Master this, and people feel understood around you, not manipulated. Understood. That perception becomes power in leadership, negotiation, and influence. but never adapt so far that you fracture your core. Strong people have multiple facets, not multiple identities. 3. The principle of detachment. What you are not afraid to lose cannot control you. Detachment is not coldness, it is freedom. Most people are enslaved by attachment, fear of losing relationships, fear of losing approval, fear of losing stability. That fear makes them compliant. In any negotiation, the person with an alternative plan will prevail because they can walk away with the remaining option, fearless, while the other person has no other choice. Detachment sharpens perception. Without emotional dependency, you assess reality instead of defending ego. This doesn't mean indifference. It means non-dependence. The paradox is consistent. The less you need an outcome, the more power you have over it. Detachment neutralizes manipulation. Threats lose meaning when loss is acceptable. Practice gradually. Release the need to win arguments. Release the need to be liked universally. Release rigid attachment to plans. People sense this independence, and they respect it instinctively. 4. Silent leverage. Real power is rarely loud. Silent leverage is influence without confrontation, presence without force. Instead of commanding, you create conditions. Instead of demanding respect, you become indispensable. Instead of chasing authority, authority gravitates toward you. Silence is one of the most underestimated tools. People rush to fill it and reveal themselves. Pause before responding. Let discomfort surface. Then speak. In negotiations, silent leverage is optionality you never announce. In relationships, it is consistent value without seeking validation. In professional spaces, it is reliability without self-promotion. This is a long-term strategy. It requires patience. It rejects instant validation. Once you master this skill, people will proactively seek your advice, and they will follow it without question. Power that isn't felt is power that can't be fought. 5. Psychological echo. Everyone wants recognition. Psychological echo reflects what people cannot articulate about themselves. Everyone carries unspoken fears, unmet needs, and internal narratives. Your role is to hear what isn't said. People speak in information. They communicate in emotion. Listen beyond words. Every individual silently asks 3 questions. Do you see me? Do you understand me? Do I matter? Answer those, and influence follows naturally. People rarely say what they truly feel. Listen for the emotion beneath the words. Trust forms not because you fix people, but because you make them feel understood. Once you know what truly drives someone, you speak to that driver. Some people want safety. Some want recognition. Some want freedom. You don't change what you want to say. You change how you say it. Used responsibly, this becomes a powerful skill in leadership, parenting, sales, and relationships. 6. Ambiguous morality. Ambiguous morality doesn't mean having no morals. This mindset values results over appearances. Reality isn't simple. Leaders don't have to choose what's pleasant. Leaders choose what yields the best results. Making hard decisions can protect the whole system. Being kind in the short term can cause damage later. Sometimes the truth hurts, but that pain prevents deeper damage. This isn't evil. This is responsibility. For example, in raising children, if a child is lazy, argumentative, and unwilling to correct their mistakes, many parents choose to indulge them, thinking, "Oh, well, they're still young." This approach keeps the atmosphere calm. The child doesn't cry, and the parents don't get stressed out. But in the long run, this leniency leads to the child growing up undisciplined, irresponsible, and potentially ruining their future. Conversely, when parents choose a strict approach, setting clear rules, punishing wrongdoing, and not giving in, the child may resent their parents in the moment. However, that very discomfort helps them learn boundaries, self-control, and the ability to live independently later in life. Parenting isn't about being liked by your child right now, but about ensuring they don't become spoiled adults. 7. Controlled exposure. Oversharing is vulnerability, masquerading as authenticity. Information, once released, cannot be retrieved. Controlled exposure preserves strategic advantage. Curiosity is neurologically unavoidable. Incomplete data compels attention. Reveal gradually. Time disclosure intentionally. In professional settings, reserve capabilities. In social settings, allow depth to earn access. In negotiations, protect leverage. This is not secrecy. It is narrative control. Balance openness with restraint. You now understand the 7 traits of dark intelligence. Knowledge alone changes nothing. Application changes positioning. Choose one trait. Practice it deliberately for 7 days. Observe responses. Observe internal shifts. Remember, true dark intelligence is not domination over others. It is the ability to improve and protect oneself. Stay strategic. Stay grounded. Stay dangerous but controlled.